which is, it's a preoccupation of mine. I do headstands and handstands as part of my movement practice. So as we started to talk about collaboration, we realized that collaboration is in itself a type of balance. And we also realized that there's a balance between, within poetry, there's a balance between the tension of the ideas that you have within poetry. And then also within our piece, there's a balance between imperative commands that come from outside, from society, and then also our free thought. So that's sort of where our piece comes from. We reference 2 different texts, and if you want to know what those are, please ask me afterwards. So today we will be presenting How to Stand on Your Head, a step-by-step breakdown. This way up, his way up, is way up, sway up.
Is an exercise in balance and not purely strength. The way
up, yup, up.
Into and the way out of the headstand should be controlled. Let's get started. You will need, for your first time, a sturdy partner. In the absence of a partner, a sturdy wall should do the job. A space about the circumference of your height, comfortable clothing, an exercise mat for padding. Remember to have fun. Warm up your muscles and stretch. Nobody's here to get hurt. Once properly warmed up,
Piss, this.
Get down on all 4s. Yes, with arms shoulder width apart. If using the wall approach, you will want to be facing the wall in anticipation of using it as a support for your hips and back as you go up. Bend your elbows and place the crown of your head on the ground. Make a triangle with your head at the top and your hands forming the base. Your head and hands will be the pressure points supporting your stand. Take time to ensure that the weight is evenly distributed. During your ascent, the added weight will need to be redistributed evenly to these 3 points. Your hips will be going directly above your shoulders. Begin to walk your feet towards your head until you feel like you'll fall forwards. Now, tuck your legs and use your ab muscles to pull your hips above your shoulders. This is the first crux of the stand.
Standing would appear to be a precarious activity were it not for the fact that it is one we are familiar with. It is precarious because we have to maintain a balance on 2 jointed posts, lower limbs, that are enlarged in a fore and aft direction, at their extremities, feet. And we perform other activities while doing so, but many other forms of balancing are more challenging than standing. Development of the ability to stand erect,
rect,
on 2 feet, has been considered a mechanical factor that led to our relatively rapid advancement over our cousins, the apes.
Remember, the first crux of the stand requires strength and a physical knowledge of what you're looking for. Balance. When just beginning, your partner can move your hips and will spot you for the rest of the stand. The wall will stand in as support for strength and balance. Once your hips are safely above your shoulders, take a moment to observe your position. Now, straighten your legs. This
way up, his way up, is way up, sway up, this
is the second crux. You'll need to engage the ab muscles along with a physical knowledge of what you're looking for. Balance. Depend on your partner or your wall as you're learning. Once upside down, there are a few things to keep in mind. Keep your ab muscles engaged. Your back should never be arched.
We humans are odd creatures, tailless bipeds, with sinuous spines, long limbs, arched feet, agile hands, and enormous brains.
Open your hips. This will straighten your back. You won't understand what this feels like until you actually do it. So play a little with the position of the hips. Some people do it right away.
Navigating the birth canal is probably the most gymnastic maneuver most of us will ever make in life.
Straighten your legs and point your toes. Imagine a string attached to each big toe, pulling you towards the stars.
Our bodies are a mosaic of features shaped by natural selection over vast periods of time, both exquisitely capable and deeply flawed. We can stand, walk, and run with grace and endurance, but we suffer aching feet and knee injuries. We can twist and torque our spines, and yet most of us are plagued by back trouble at some point in our lives. We can give birth to babies with big brains, but only through great pain and risk.
Now for the third crux, descent. When you decide to come down, tuck your legs, and in the same way,
Way up, A, up, yup, up.
You engaged your abs to go up.
Up, P, piss, this.
Use them for the descent. Once your feet are on the ground, place your sit bones on your heels and slowly, restacking your vertebrae, unroll your back until you are in a sitting position. Take a moment to observe the effects of the headstand. Stretching is highly recommended when your practice is finished.